Hello everybody, this is Maya Zimmerman. I'm the in-house yoga teacher here at Attitude Fitness, and I'm coming from our place to your place. I'm happy to teach you a few yoga stretches. So what we always do in yoga in the very beginning is we're tuning in. So I invite you to stand up. If you have room, maybe you have your yoga mat rolled out, and you're going to keep your feet hip distance. Turn your palms forward, draw the shoulders up towards your ears, and then relax your shoulders. Let's do it again, lifting the shoulders up and releasing. Now, just for a few breaths, we're going to close the eyes and tune inwards. We're just creating an island of peace, an island of strength. Setting the intention for the next 15 minutes that it's going to be fun to stretch, to move, and knowing that you can always come back to your breath. If you are on the mat or throughout the day, sometimes things get rough, and if you need a break, just come back to your breath. Ideally, we're just breathing through the nose. Keep your eyes closed. Bring your palms together in front of your chest and bow your forehead towards your heart. In gratitude and appreciation, in honor of you, of setting time aside for your practice today. Lifting the chin, open your eyes. So we're going to do a few stretches from here. We call it half sun salutes. Inhale, reach up, arms overhead, stretch with one arm and then the other. And then hinge at the hips while we fold forward. If you can, I'm going to turn my body sideways. So if you can, clasp your elbows on either side and notice how good that feels to just stretch. Hamstrings. You can also keep your knees slightly bent. We're sitting a lot these days, so hopefully this feels good. Then place your hands towards the floor. For some of you, you want to place your hands above the shins. Lift your heart. If you can, keep the fingertips on the mat. Exhale, bow. Open your arms on either side. Reach up tall. Hands to the heart. Now we're going to step all the way forward to the first part of the mat. And if you have a mat, I recommend you do the same. And we're going to do like a slow flow. So same thing. We're going to lift up, arms overhead. Exhale, bow. Fold forward. Inhale, halfway up. Lift your heart. Then jump or step back into plank, upper push-up pose. Hold. Kick out of your heels and see if you can roll the shoulder blades towards each other. Good job. Keep it up. 3 more. 2 more. Best one. Then lower down. Maybe a chaturanga or all the way to the floor. Push through. Up dog or cobra. Shoulders away from your ears. If you're newer to the practice, you want to keep your knees on the mat. If you want to take it easy, bend your elbows. All the while, don't forget to breathe. Keep your neck long. Nod your head. Yes, 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 yes. We like this. No, feels good. And then lift up, cobra or up dog. Curl your toes under, downward facing dog. So palms stay evenly planted. Feet stay hip distance. Lift your right leg up high above. Shoot your right foot forward, line it up all the way between your hands. Let me put this to the side. Then now, if you're more advanced, you're going to stay on your feet while the back leg is lifted. If you want to modify and you're newer to the practice or you want to take it easy today, you can drop the knee onto the mat. All the while, we're going to reach up or make elbows, cacti arms. So this is the easier version. If you're more advanced, curl your back toes under, lift up. So here comes the trick. Often people are a little wobbly here. If that's you, then bring your right foot a little further out or drop the back knee, your choice. We call it lunge, high lunge, low lunge. Now we're going to take it deeper. Take your left hand on the outside of the right knee, all the while that right arm reaches up, and place your right hand into your waist. And maybe even open up. So stretch and lengthen. Keep your distance. And then reach up. Arms overhead. Hands on either side of the foot. Step it forward. Left foot meets right. Uttanasana, forward fold. Clasp your elbows on either side and just swing from side to side. Place your hands towards the floor and come on back up into standing. Hands to the heart. How are you doing? Hanging in there? Let's do it again. Same thing, opposite side. Reach up, arms overhead. Exhale, bow. Inhale, halfway up, lift your heart. Exhale, jump or step back into plank, elbows in on your way down. Up dog or cobra. Curl your toes under. Downward facing dog, stretch it out. Left leg reaches up, high above. Left foot shoots forward, line it up all the way between your hands. This one I'm going to show you the easier way. So arms overhead, reach up and relax. Maybe make elbows, so like a cactus. Lift your belly up, scoop your tailbone underneath. Then bring your right hand onto the outside of the left knee, left hand into the waist. Add a smile. Feels good to move. Now take it deeper, stretch. 3 more. 2 more, air hug, open up. We're all in this together. A few more breaths right here. And hands on either side of the foot. Curl your back toes under. Step it forward, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up, lift your heart. Exhale, bow. Open your arms on either side. Come on up into standing, hands to the heart. Good. One more. This one for the hamstrings. Reach up, arms overhead. Exhale, bow. Inhale, halfway up, lift your heart. Step your left foot back all the way back. Drop your left knee onto the mat. And now stretch your right leg. If you have blocks or maybe a book or something nearby, you may want to place your hands on top of something so you can lift your heart. So I want you to keep your spine long. If you just reach forward and do this is pretty much what we do all day long on the computer. So do the opposite. See if you can come onto fingertips or place your hands onto something. If this comes super easy and you want to take it deeper, then that's a good time to take it towards split. You can also assist your split while you take a block underneath. So see what works for you. Maybe reach up. Just for a few breaths. And then hands on either side of the foot. Bend your front knee again. And bring the right knee towards the left knee, hands and knees. So we're going to take a little break before we change sides. Cat and cow pose. Simple inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, rounds the back. Inhale, lifts the heart. Exhale, rounds the back. We're going to do the same thing opposite side. You can lift up into down dog, shoot the foot forward. Or if you want to take it easier, bring that left knee forward. Reach up, arms overhead. And then straighten hamstrings opposite side. So in yoga, we're always even out. First one side, then the other. Breathing deep, keeping the sternum lifted. Once again, maybe you want to take those blocks and just slow it all down. Nothing else to do. Nowhere else to be. Just following your breath and enjoying how that stretches your lower back, your hamstrings. And then let it go. Drop the front foot. Left knee comes to right knee. Let's do the cat and cow again. This time, we're going to stretch the wrists. Many of us are on the computer much of the day and have tight wrists. So we can turn the palms around, Fingertips come onto 180 if that's available for you. And then we're going to do the cat and cow stretch from here. So inhale, lifts the heart. Exhale, rounds the back. And this all the while is going to give you a nice stretch right here. So maybe a few more. And of course, you can always extend those motions. And when you're at home, do some of them a little longer. Now we're going to sit back onto the heels, just in a simple child's pose to take a break. Forehead can rest on the mat. And just tuning to the breath for a few breaths. Then come on back up onto your knees. Take a padding underneath your knees. Maybe you have a towel or a blanket, or what I usually do is I just take my mat and slide it back. So this makes it more comfortable for the knees. So bring your knees hip distance. We'll see how that works. And we're going to place the fingertips into the lower back. So this lines us up into a back bend. The knees are hip distance, the feet are right behind the knees. Squeeze your elbows together, lift your heart. So pretty much everybody should be able to do that. If this is not enough, if you have a strong lower back and a good back bend, then you can curl your toes under and reach back to take it even deeper. So maybe this works for you. This feels really good. It opens the heart, it opens the lung space. We call it Camel Pose or Ustrasana. So just imagine you could travel through the desert and there's a camel. So open up, look at the blue sky in your mind's eye. And then eventually come on back up. Good. Nice. Now, as a counter pose, we're gonna sit back onto the heels again, just for a couple of breaths. If you're at home and you have plenty of time, you can take every pose a couple of times. We're just gonna get ready and lay onto the back. We're gonna rest with the shoulders and the lower back and the hips on the mat. We're going to take a hip stretch. Many of us are sitting a lot these days, so this is a simple and pretty effective hip stretch. We call it eye of the needle. Right ankle comes over left knee. Take your right hand and slide it through the triangle of the leg and grab the back of your left, either your left calf or your left thigh. Hug the knee in, keep your right foot flexed. Maybe you want to take your right hand onto the knee, left hand hugs back. Be sure that your shoulders are down on the mat. Just hug in a bit deeper. Good. Stay with it. Stretch the lower back. Doesn't that feel good? Yeah, I know. And now we're going to change legs, left over right. So left hand onto the knee, or even better, take that left hand through the triangle and grab the back of your right shin or the thigh. All the while the shoulders stay back and the tailbone stays down. That's sometimes the hardest thing to do, to just keep the lower back down. And you'll notice that makes a big difference. Just draw it down a bit more. And again, the alternative is to take the left hand on top of the knee. If you have weak knees, you want to be sure to flex your foot. So modify if needed. And then we're going to let go of this. And hug the right knee into the chest. Stretch your left leg alongside the mat. This brings us into the final spinal twist for this little setup today. Again, there's two different ways to go. If you have a strong practice, you want to take your left hand on the outside, draw that knee over to the left while you turn your head over to the right. Breathe into the lower back, breathe into the stretch. It's a nice stretch in your sciatica, in your hip, but also in your shoulder. If this is too much, I'll show you the easier way. So the second side, maybe you want to make it easier. Maybe you want to drop your knees onto the mat while they're hugged in, or you're going to take a block between or underneath the knee. And then you're going to keep the left shoulder on the mat and just enjoy that stretch. I'm inviting you today to join me for yoga in a chair. So many of us are sitting a lot these days, or maybe later on once we get back to travel. Hopefully some of those poses will come in handy as well if you are in a small confined place. And this will be fun. So I recommend, if you haven't yet, that you're going to take a strap or a towel or something. It will come in handy. As we always do in yoga, we're going to tune in first. So get ready, get comfortable, place your hands in front of your knees, sit up tall, roll the shoulders away from your ears and close your eyes. Just for a few breaths, we're shutting out the whole craziness around us. And you're creating an island of peace and strength. An island of connection, just allowing to focus on your breath, making inhales and exhales about even length. And of course, you can extend this as long as you want. Bring your palms together in front of your chest and bow your forehead towards your heart. And then eventually lift your chin and softly open your eyes. So let's bring the 4 fingers in front of the shoulders, the thumbs back. I recommend that you're sitting a little further forward. So this is kind of a funny chair that kind of it has a little bit of a, oops, lets me slide back. So sit further forward. So just twist and turn, and hopefully that's going to feel you pretty, makes you feel pretty good to loosen up tension in upper back. Then we're going to rotate. If you can, bring your elbows together. Yes, you can. Yes, yes, yes. Good. And change directions. Good. Just a few more. Now we're going to reach up, arms overhead, reach and lengthen. And get ready. We're going to take it into a twist. So lift up tall. Take your right hand onto your left knee. Look up towards your left hand. And bring your left hand behind you. I'm going to turn my chair real quick to show you better. So it's going to work like this. Right hand onto left knee, left hand either on the back of your chair or onto the seat. So the idea is to sit up tall and then twist. Hug your navel in, sit up tall, and take it deep, twisting over your left shoulder. Good. Nice. And now release. Look up, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. You can really exhale deeply. We're going to do it again. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, fold forward. And then come on back up. We're going to do the same thing opposite side. So I'm going to turn my chair again straight forward. Reaching up, bringing left hand onto the right knee. Right hand behind you. So maybe you grab the back of the seat, or you're grabbing the back of the back of the chair, kind of. So sitting up tall and just twisting deep. Hopefully this feels pretty good. And then let it go. I ask you to bring a towel or a strap. We do have fancy yoga straps, but maybe at home you don't. So this one is going to be a nice stretch for the hamstrings. Loop your towel around your right sole of the foot and stretch it. So here comes trick number 1. Loop it up tall on the bottom part, on the top part of your foot, so you can stretch your heel as well. Be open with your chest and reach forward as much as you can. So I'm going to angle a little bit so you can see me better. You're going to sit up tall and stretch the hamstrings. So hopefully this feels really good. And then we can add a nod into yes, into no, And then, of course, we're going to do the same thing opposite side. Loop the towel around your left foot. So we're evening out. All the while, you're going to keep your spine long and reach. Good. Kick out of your heel. That extra flex of the foot, it's going to make the whole difference. Reach with your arms a little further forward. And if this comes easy, you can open your arms and, intensify. Good. Stay with it. Good, good, good. And then eventually let it go. We have one more while we're here. This one is a hip stretch. We actually do that in yoga while we lay on the back, but you can do it in the chair as well. Left ankle over right knee, left hand on top of the knee, sit up tall on an inhale, and then exhale, fold forward. Stretching the lower back all the while we're pressing down and flexing that right foot. If you want to take it a little deeper, take your left hand through the triangle and reach down towards your shin or calf. And then we're going to do the same thing opposite side. Right over left. Good. Bring your right hand on top of the knee and hinge forward. So all those poses you can do when you travel, you can do at home when you're sitting much, you can do at the office. Hopefully it feels really good to open lower back, to stretch, to release tension. And just kind of tune inwards to get our minds off and focus on the body, focus on the breath. Reaching further forward. And then let go. Good. Nice. Last one. Open your arms wide. So this kind of social distance stretch. Stay away from me. So bring your fingertips up. Kick out of your heels of the palms. Yeah, you can smile. It's not that serious here. It's okay. Do the best you can. The other day I saw like a traffic police guy doing that, and I was thinking, oh, he's doing yoga. Yeah, kick out of your heels. Good. 2 more breaths. Yes, you can. Best one. And then let it go. Good. Let's do one more. Okay. Arms straight forward. Bring your shoulders back. Right arm over left. Can you bring your palms together? Hello. Hello. Elbows up. And then maybe make circles. And then we're going to do the same thing opposite side. Oh, doesn't that feel good? I know it does. Yes. And let it go. Place your hands into your lap. Close your eyes. And just let it settle. Tune in with lots of gratitude. Appreciation for your body, appreciation for the practice, appreciation for another day. Bring your palms together in front of your chest and bow your forehead towards your heart. In gratitude and appreciation to all there is. May all your wishes come true. Namaste. Thank you very much for sharing your practice. Hopefully that was fun. We'll do more. Stay with us. We'll be back. Stay safe, stay sane, and take good care of yourself. This was Maya with Attitude Fitness. Bye.